Soul, it's Timothy, aka Timothy Sims, and welcome to Riches to Rags to Riches, the Johnny Zest story. Johnny is back in Brightchester after his 3-night engagement at the Orchid of Go-Go, where he made 4,692 simoleons, which is fantastic. He, of course, is back here at Pepper's Pub during the happiest of hours, telling some more jokes. Nice, Johnny made 124 simoleons. He's at 14,647. Nice, Johnny made 124 simoleons. He's now 14,771. Now in this episode, we're going to get Johnny back into the spotlight. He's currently out of the spotlight because I had a theory, whether it's true or not, that the spotlight was hurting his tips. He wasn't getting the tips that I thought he should be getting. But after this routine, we'll get him back into the spotlight. Nice, he made 137 simoleons. He's at 14,908. Nice, Johnny made 124 simoleons. He's now at 15,032. And as Johnny talks to Nathan, we are gonna go fame info. We're gonna step into the spotlight. This sim will be able to gain fame and become a celebrity. Default fame settings for all sims can be set in the game option. Nice. Get famous, bump. Do you want this sim to be able to become a celebrity? Yes, I do. They'll have to start from the bottom and build their way to stardom. Perfect. Alright, Johnny's back in the spotlight. Excellent. So let's... And he also has this turn on powerful performer effect, which we turned off in the last episode. We'll turn that back on. Oh, did that turn back on? And let's try some more jokes. Okay, 124. Johnny's at 15,156. Nice, another 124. He's at 15,280. And after this comedy routine, we'll get Johnny. Awesome, he made 112 simoleons. He's at 15,392. We're gonna have some French fries. And Johnny's just having some French fries. He, of course, is chatting with some of his fans. This was Spider Miller. Of course, Danny and Amaya. And then after this, we'll get Johnny. Maybe he'll do a little midnight comedy routine next. Awesome. Johnny made 112 simoleons. He's at 15,497. Of course, Trace is giving him some backup support. Awesome. Another 112 simoleons. He's at 15,609. Awesome, we made 206 simoleons. He's now at 15,815 simoleons. All right, Johnny, we're going to get you home, and we'll see you tomorrow. It is Friday afternoon, and we have Johnny here at Patty Wax Emporium, because we decided Johnny is going to buy that guitar right here in the window. We see you, guitar. Let's go down. And he is going to purchase that guitar. Now that guitar is 750 simoleons. Holy simoleons. Which is crazy because in build buy it's only 600 simoleons. But you know, hey, you gotta spend money to make money. Alright, good job, Johnny. And that's all. He didn't really have to talk to anybody. Okay, well, that's 750 out of your pocket. And while we're here in Magnolia Promenade, I feel like I'm saying all these words incorrectly. Let's do some comedy. Just to kind of see if we can get any simoleons here at Patty Wax Emporium. Too bad he didn't have a joke about Patty Wax. The prices at Patty Wax are Patty Wacky. And these are the employees. Hello, Mackenzie. Nice. Hello, Omar. Any tips? Any tips? Now, of course, he's not going to make any money off the guitar. We just want to keep with comedy. Unless there was a way to do comedy on the guitar. Sing a comedic song? Already made 112 simoleons. How do I get this retail job that you can tip that much? Okay, perfect. We are gonna do haircut disasters. Let's see. Of course, the only people are the employees. But maybe they're the owners. It'd be nice if Johnny can make his money back. Awesome, he made 124 simoleons. He's at 15,301. Now, we just noticed this cute little vendor in space over here in Magnolia Promenade, so we figured Johnny's gonna come over here, see if he can make some simoleons, entertain the cider drinking crowd. Cider, am I right? Alright, no simoleons. Awesome, he made 112 simoleons. He's at 15,413. Thank you, Eddie Landry. Eddie Landry, of course, is from a scenario, Family Fortune, which is really a family misfortune. That was a tough one for me. Alright, Johnny's still doing a routine. Nobody's really coming over. That's a little disappointing, but, you know, the worlds are kind of empty these days. It's like, oh, perfect. Thanks, Eddie. 112 simoleons again. Johnny's at 15,525. Nice. Eddie Landry is a fan. Oh, but he's got to go. He's got some paperwork to file. Well, that's too bad. This, of course, is a medium routine, which I don't always... I think the short ones are better for quick money. It's a cute little area here in Magnolia Promenade. And nothing. Alright, we're gonna put this in Johnny's inventory, and then let's see, what can we order? Order a drink. And Johnny can order coffee, apple spice nah, chamomile tea, and spiced sparkling apple juice. Alright, apple juice. Spend some more simoleons. That'll take him down to 15,520 simoleons. And Johnny's just gonna enjoy himself here in Magnolia Promenade. And then we'll get him back to maybe doing some more comedy in front of Patty Whack Emporium. Now, Johnny is performing a routine here in this little park area. I think all the worlds, unfortunately, these days, and I don't know, maybe it's always been this way, are just so empty. Like, I think they're all cute and it'd be fun, but there's like nobody's sitting out here. You know, nothing. Right? Well, that's disappointing. Alright, Johnny. Let's put that in our inventory. And let's go back in front of the Patty Whack. Johnny is back in front of Patty Whack. And I feel bad because it's like the employees are the only ones who are coming out here and giving him tips, and there's plenty of folks in there. Come on, folks. And he made no simoleons. Alright, Johnny, let's get you back home. And Johnny is back at Pepper's Pub. When it's spicy, it's Pepper's Pub. He's having some $12 fish and chips, and then we are gonna get him off to doing the midnight show. Oh, and hello, Nino. Can do a friendly introduction to Nino, make some friends. Yep. Alright. See you later, Nino. Johnny is performing a long routine, so hopefully it is beneficial. Awesome, Johnny made 206 simoleons. He's at 15,714. And you have Jeffrey Landgraab. Okay, Jeffrey Landgraab, did you just give him 112 simoleons? Johnny is at 15,826. Was that guilt money, Jeffrey? Guilt money? Excellent. We have Guadalupe and Bison, some pals from Brightchester, who gave 124. Johnny's at 15,950. Johnny is performing a long routine about when he wasn't gonna become an astronaut. Of course, Awesome! Johnny made 330 simoleons. He's now at 16,280. And Johnny's back to being a notable newcomer. That is awesome. Should we do one more? Let's just do one more. Let's do a small routine of llamas. Johnny has started back down that path to stardom. Perfect. Johnny's earned his very first fame points. Perfect. Good job, Johnny. Johnny has some moodlets, of course. Notable newcomer, powerful performer. That's my jam. Loves the decoration here at Pepper's Pub. He loves the comedy. And it is comedy gold as Nancy Landgraab. Awesome. Johnny made 112 simoleons. He's at 16,392. The Zeds are coming, but we're gonna do one more joke. Awesome. Johnny made 124. He's at 16,516. And we're gonna get you off to the Zeds, Johnny. It is Saturday afternoon, almost 3 p.m. Johnny is sleeping in, which I'm sure he deserves after that all-nighter. We're gonna get him to bladder, so we'll use the toity, and then we will get him something to eat. Let's have some oatmeal, and then he needs to clean this very dirty shower. I know, buddy. We're gonna get you some food. And Johnny is just gonna spend the afternoon, it's almost evening, just refining a joke. Of course, it is well, it doesn't say here, but it's the hedgehog joke. Not too sure what it was completely called, so I apologize. And then we are gonna get Johnny. Johnny is gonna put on his soon-to-be iconic outfit, and he is gonna go to Oasis Springs, and he is gonna do some comedy at the Solar Flare Lounge. You know, that's his hometown. That's where he's gonna live in that caravan, and maybe, maybe he'll swing by that caravan and take a look at it, and maybe he sees a for sale sign, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this caravan. I'm gonna move back to Oasis Springs. I don't care if the Landgraabs live there too. And then hopefully he'll go to Solar Flare Lounge, and all we really need is we're gonna try to get him to 20,000 simoleons. So if he could make 4,000 simoleons, that would be awesome. Oh my. It's not going so well without refining. As Johnny returns to Oasis Springs, he sees his caravan for sale. He's like, yes, it's a great price. I think I'm gonna move back to Oasis Springs. I don't care if the Landgraabs live here in the same town. It's my town too. Alright, he's gonna run off to his comedy gig. Now Johnny is here at the Solar Flare Lounge. He's gonna get him something to eat because it looks like he is getting hungry. He's gonna have some pitas, $10 pita plate. And it's also open mic night. Maybe Johnny should sign up. And so after he gets his pitas, we are gonna join open mic. Hopefully that'll give him some good simoleons. So it's really telling us that the talent showcase is upon us. Prepare to be entertained by some local talent. Sign up at the bar to participate. Kind of gave us multiple awareness of Jeffrey Landgraab. Johnny Zest has been signed up for the talent showcase. Feel free to use the mic or instrument once it's time to get on stage. Oh my goodness, how do we know when it's time to get on stage? All right, Johnny. Oh, great music. Johnny seems to be enjoying this song. Should he embrace that he likes romance music? Sure, why not, Johnny? You like it all, my friend. Of course, Jeffrey Landgraab is here. Oh, and we have more pita. Let's put that pita in our inventory for later. Delicious. And I think we'll just sit for now. And I don't know when we'll know it's our time. Now, Johnny's gonna enjoy some musica, some romance musica. But if he doesn't get called up to stage, we'll say by 10 p.m. Sims time, we'll just go up there ourselves and just start telling jokes. Now, Johnny's gonna go up to stage. He was never called up for the talent show, so I wasn't too sure how that was supposed to work. But Johnny's just gonna tell his own jokes. Maybe he'll make some simoleons. He is feeling confident. Nice, Johnny made 124. He's at 16,630 simoleons. Delso Valley, it has no soul. Ba-dum-bum. Nice, Johnny made 206 simoleons. He's at 16,836. Alright, Johnny made 156 simoleons. He's at 16,992. Of course, that was his high maintenance hedgehog. So let's do another perform routine. Let's get him to how to deal with gophers and gnomes, you know. Nature's calling. Awesome, Johnny made 330 simoleons. He's now at 17,322. Nice, Johnny made 330 simoleons. He's at 17,652. Awesome, Johnny made 112 simoleons. He's at 17,764. Do we keep going, Johnny? Let's do one more for good luck. We'll do some haircut disasters. And so far, all of his needs are good. Bridget is on the edge of her stage with the delights of Johnny's jokes. Perfect. He made 112 simoleons. He's at 17,876. It is 5 in the morning. But let's just try one more routine. And darn, that last joke made him no simoleons, so let's get you home, Johnny. It is Sunday Fun Day, and we are back at Pepper's Pub, and maybe this will be the last time for Johnny at Pepper's Pub. He is going to order some fish and chips, I think. At least I hope. Of course, because he is hungry. Delicious. Let's eat those fish and chips. Oh my goodness, he loves that romance music. And our dream, our goal, is to get Johnny to 20,000 simoleons so he can buy that caravan. So he's going to do a little Sunday Fun Day routine here at Pepper's Pub, and then we'll get him back to Solar Flare Lounge for some more out-of-this-world comedy. And the joke's on you, Johnny. There's nobody paying attention to you. Oh, darn. He made no simoleons. All right. Well, just keep going, Johnny. We believe in you. Awesome. Johnny made 137. He's at 18,001 simoleon. Awesome. Johnny made 206. He's at 18,207. Now we have some jokes queued up for Johnny. Of course, how to deal with gophers and gnomes. Cats, 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 and llamas. And then after these 3 jokes, we'll get Johnny home, get his needs taken care of, and then he will go back to the Solar Flare Lounge. Holy gnome! Johnny made 360 simoleons. He's now at 18,567. Nice! Johnny made 112 simoleons. 18,679. Nice. Johnny made 112 simoleons. He's at 18,791. And let's get you home and off to Solar Flare Lounge. And Johnny is back to telling some jokes. We only have some short routines lined up. Nice 124. He's at 18,915. Would be a dream to get him to 20,000 tonight. I feel like the long routines, they're great for money. The audience really checks out after a while. So I feel like we can tell 3 short routines in about the same amount of time as it takes to make a long one and make just about the same amount of simoleons. So just doing some short ones tonight, and hopefully he'll get to 20k simoleons. Of course, Jeffrey Landgraab is looking on, probably stealing some jokes from Johnny. Awesome, 124. Johnny's at 19,039. Oh, but it looks like he has some bills to pay. We'll do that when we get home. Awesome, 135. He's at 19,174. Now, we have as many short routines queued up as possible for Johnny, just to see how well he can do. Awesome, 112, 19,286 simoleons. Fantastic, Octavia Moon is here. She is enjoying comedy by Johnny Zest. Maybe they'll star in a movie together someday. Awesome, 135, 19,421 simoleons. He just needs about 600 more simoleons to buy that caravan. Nice, another 135. He's at 19,556. And Octavia Moon is enjoying his comedy. That's awesome. Awesome, Johnny made 146. He's now at 19,702. If he just tells 2 or 3 more short routines, he is going to be caravan ready. Of course, it's photobombing. Nice, Johnny made 124. He's at 19,826. Oh, Johnny, I know, bathroom humor. We'll get you there, buddy. Just one more joke. Of course, he's a little frozen there. All right. Not too sure where the microphone went, but... And of course, Jeffrey Landgraab is looking on. Is he going to become proud of Johnny Zest? Is he his father, his uncle, his cousin, his nephew? Who is Johnny Zest to the Landgraabs? But maybe Jeffrey is just there to steal some jokes, because he is part of the punchline group. Awesome, Johnny made 135. He's at 19,961. Let's get you to bladder really quickly. And then one more joke, Johnny. Nice, Johnny made 124. He's at 20,085. He has a good reputation, and we are gonna get Johnny home. It is moving day Monday, and Johnny is just doing some cleaning to get that deposit back. And of course, he has that 20,085 simoleons. He's able to afford that caravan in Oasis Springs. So we're going to pop in a build buy, and we are only going to take the items that we would normally take, like his bed. And there he is. He's all ready to go. And Johnny's going to pay those bills, and then he is going to move. We're going to lose 500 simoleons, and of course he's now down to 19,973 after paying those bills. You had a good run, Johnny. You did this all on stand-up comedy, so that is fantastic. So long, Brightchester. And Johnny's here, back home in Oasis Springs. He is buying that slipshod Mesquite caravan trailer for 19,822 simoleons. Of course, he is gonna sell the furniture, get some of that deposit money back, buying it furnished. And welcome home, Johnny Zest. He, of course, is back to Oasis Springs. He made 20,000 simoleons. Of course, he broke his lease. Johnny Zest's household moved out of the unit outside of the grace period, not too sure what that is, and was charged a lease break fee that was the 500 simoleons. In the future, this fee can be avoided, blah, blah, blah. Johnny's not renting anymore. He is a homeowner. He has his caravan. He went from the riches of Landgraab to the rags of uni to the riches of comedy gold. Congratulations, Johnny Zest, and let's get you to unpacking. And as Johnny Zest unpacks, we are going to pack up this episode and this series. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in future videos. Dag dag!